Namaste friends, నేను మీ అజయ్. వెల్కమ్ టు అవర్ ఛానల్. సో దట్ ఈస్ పాయింట్ అవుట్. సో ఈ ఛానల్ యొక్క ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి అని అంటే టు క్వశ్చన్. ఎస్, యు హ్యావ్ హర్డ్ రైట్, టు క్వశ్చన్. సో if any business personality or any person, those who occupy at the highest levels, if any person, if he dominating you, or if he exploiting you, or if he is taking control on you against the constitution laws, you have to raise your voice, you have to question. If a person or a state, whether it might be the PM or a CM or a president, even a business personality or a famous sports personality, if he was exploiting you, if he was suppressing against the laws, so you don't tolerate such things. You have to raise your voice, you have to stand against all odds. Yes, I accept that. Present in our country India, so many people were compromising because of their profile. So if they start retaliating, so they try to compress in all directions. So citizens were compromised. But I strongly believe and I hope in the upcoming generations, so even PM treated as just a citizen, and everyone raised their voice if they were unjustified. So through this channel I provide such conflict and critical issues where people were unjustified. So through proper analysis I provide quality full of content. With respect to that, I will also provide current affairs, so covering the domains of climatic change, next to aerospace, technology boom. So all such things I try to cover. So I give maximum efforts to upload one video for each and every month. Okay, so మీకు అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా సో డిఫరెంట్ వేస్ ఆఫ్ అప్రోచెస్తో ఒక కాంప్లెక్స్ టాపిక్ని మీకు సింపుల్గా అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. సో వీడియోని చివరి దాకా చూడండి. సో ఈరోజు టాపిక్ ఎకానమిక్ unbalance, economic unbalance during crisis. Economic unbalance during crisis. Example, COVID-19. So let us start with a report. So Ox report says that so top 1% accumulating 40% of the wealth, but when it comes to 50% of the population just accumulating 3%. So they are enjoying with 40%, but these three people they are struggling very hard to lead a life with that 3%. Okay, so let us see with an realistic example. So you all people aware about the business personalities Adani and Ambani. Adani and Ambani. So during the COVID crisis, they hit 1,000 crores per a day. 1,000 crores per a day. And per a second they earn lakhs of rupees. Lakhs of rupees. So while the crisis is going on, their efficiency is still increased to next level. Okay, but this is a one scenario in our India. Parallelly, next thing is, so common citizen in our India. common citizen in our India. So nearly 12 crores people, they lost their jobs. So because of loss of jobs, so they faced many hardships to fulfill their basic requirements. So they even don't get basic necessities, and there were many migrant workers. So migrant workers nothing but the people, those who went to work, they went for other places. So because of COVID-19 crisis, so to return their home, they didn't have proper transport facility, and they missed. They didn't get proper food, proper basic water, and they didn't get proper shelter. So they traveled thousands of kilometers with bare food, thousands of kilometers. So in this process, they died. 700 plus people were died. So one situation is, some group of people were rising. They are rising more than expectations, and some other group of people parallelly, they are falling. Exceptionally, they are downfalling. Now let us see another example. This is situation 1. Next, situation 2 is, so business personalities, next to corporates. So they are invested and they are getting highly returns from the stock markets. Further, pharmacy, due to COVID, so pharmacy also reached to the next level, and e-commerce. So in this way, they generated huge amount of wealth. Generated huge wealth. Okay. So next, parallelly, many small scale industry people, so they shut down business. And small workers, they lost their jobs. So if they work, they get the food, or if they don't work, they don't get the food. So such people were lost their jobs at such situations, critical situations. Next, vegetable vendors were closed, not permitted. Okay. So because of all such issues, so in our India, some were grown very higher. So richer becoming richer, and poorer becoming poorer. So what kind of a state offers? So we need to question what kind of a state. Okay. But I am here not to criticize the business personalities. So our developed country need more business personalities. They play major role to develop our India. But what I am saying is that, so if the developed people are developing, growing, rich people are growing, but poorer becoming very poor. So because of that, there are huge problem for the democracy. Okay, huge problem for the democracy. So let us how they will impact on democracy, we will see in the further. Now let us see how even state that is government supporting business or influential personalities rather than supporting farmers or common citizens. Even not supporting, they are trying to exploiting them. So they are providing opportunities to the business personalities. So let us see. So for the corporates, so it introduced 3 laws and policies. So it termed as farm laws. So there are 3. So in the favor of, they did for corporates. So let us see one by one. First thing will be, so private buyers they get the right to directly purchase the crop from farmers by bypassing the government mandis. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది అని అంటే, సో డైరెక్ట్ ప్రైవేట్ వాళ్ళు ఫార్మర్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి పర్చేస్ చేస్తారు. గవర్నమెంట్ మండీస్ అంటే ఐకేపీస్ అలాంటివి. సో ఇలా జరగడం వల్ల గవర్నమెంట్ అనేది మినిమం సపోర్టివ్ ప్రైస్ అనేది ఫార్మర్స్కి ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. మినిమం సపోర్టివ్ ప్రైస్ అనేది ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. మినిమం సపోర్టివ్ ప్రైస్. సో దీన్ని ఐకేపీస్ ఇలాంటివి బైపాస్ చేయడం వల్ల, సో ఈ ప్రైవేట్ బయర్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లాయిట్ చేయడం అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేశారు ఫార్మర్స్ నుండి. సో వాళ్ళ ఓవర్ స్మార్ట్నెస్ని చూపించి ఎక్స్ప్లాయిట్ చేయడం అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. సో దీనివల్ల ఫియర్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఫియర్ ఇన్ ద మైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మర్స్. సో ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఫార్ములా. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్. నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్, సో స్టాక్ హోల్డర్స్ ఏంటి అని అంటే, ఈ స్టాక్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, బేసిక్ ఎమ్యూనిటీస్ లైక్ గ్రెయిన్స్ కానీ, పల్సెస్ కానీ, వీట్ కానీ, ఫుడ్ గ్రెయిన్స్ కానీ, సో ఏవైతే బేసిక్ ఎమ్యూనిటీస్ ఉంటాయో సో వాటిని ఒక సర్టెన్ లెవెల్ వరకే స్టోర్ చేయొచ్చు. బట్ ఈ లా ప్రకారం ఎక్స్టెండ్ అప్ టు దెర్ ఇస్ నో లిమిట్. సో టు హోల్డ్ అంటే, సో వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడ ఎంతవరకు అయినా హోల్డ్ చేయొచ్చు. దే కెన్ స్టోర్ స్టాక్స్, basic amenities such as food grains, pulses, dolls. సో దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అని అంటే, ఎవరైతే స్మాల్ ఫార్మర్స్ కానీ లేదంటే లో వెజిటేబుల్ వెండర్స్, సో వీళ్ళు కన్సంప్షన్, సో అదిని స్టోర్ చేయడం వల్ల ఇండైరెక్ట్గా గూడ్స్ యొక్క డిమాండ్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో గూడ్స్ డిమాండ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల కన్సంప్షన్ రేట్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ బికమింగ్ టూ హార్డర్ టు సస్టైన్ టు సచ్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఆఫ్ లివింగ్స్ ఫర్ ద పీపుల్, దోస్ హూ హోల్ అండ్ సోల్లీ డిపెండ్ ఓన్లీ ఆన్ ద జాబ్స్. సో ఏమైంది, కన్సంప్షన్ rate increased. Consumption rate increased. So these are the two. So first one will be minimum supportive price were denying, and next one will consumption rate is increasing. So these two are against the farmers and providing support for the corporates. Now let us see third one. because of these incidents, farmers get started retaliating against such things. Third one is encouraging contract based farming. Encouraging contract based farming. So the state provided right to the contract based contractors, so such that they can take control over the farmers. So what they did means they started exploiting the people through that law. Let us convey this with an case study. Okay, so the case study is PepsiCo versus Gujarat farmers. PepsiCo versus Gujarat farmers. So it's a famous. So PepsiCo is a company which produces Lay's chips. Okay, they produce the chips. So further, they want the variety of potato crops. So they majorly depend on the farmers. So they constantly, rigorously forcing the Gujarat people or north side state people, they are forcing to produce potato crops. So they are forcing. They are not only forcing to produce potato crops, but they are also deciding how much amount of money to provide for them. They are exploiting them. Even minimum based price also not providing. So they are started exploiting. They are forcing to produce potato crops and they are deciding exploiting. So because of such situations, if the farmers retaliating against that, so they are making fear through this law, contract based farming. So they are making fear with this law. So because of these three farm laws done by state, so farmers are affected in many ways. So they lost these many things. So they started retaliating. So farmers started retaliating. So they did one of the longest farmers to protest. Longest protest across the borders of Delhi. So they majorly done by Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. So the people over a period of year strong protests, marches. Even in this process, many people were injured and some were died. So as a retaliation over a period of 1 year. So because of such efforts, so then state will be reacted. State reacted and upheld the farm law. Upheld the farm law. So in this way, how state supported to the corporates and neglecting the demands of farmers. So why this is happening? Because the big influential personalities taking advantage of economy or the politics in their hands. So using that power, so they are taking control over on these people. So they are influencing laws and policies. Now let us see. So we have seen conflicts. Now let us see conflicts because of economic inequality. Economic inequality. So first one is they are making laws and policies for their favorable. Example, so government wanted to make high taxes on the business personalities because they majorly spend on luxury items or different things, but they have that standards to bear the tax. So government should wanted to apply next level of taxes on them, so such that to collect them from and to distribute to the common citizens and poor people in the social reforms to provide good education, health sectors. So instead of that, they are decreasing taxes on the people. So there are taxes on people. Further, so they are exploiting in all domains because of political power and financial power. So they are taking advantage on education. They are taking advantage on job sectors. So such things are happening. So from this, what I am going to say in that, so day by day, richer are getting richer and poorer are getting poorer. So because of this, there are many unbalances. So state should wanted to interact and provide support to the people. So how should wanted to become means, even the prime minister suppress any person, any common person, he wanted to raise his voice against. He don't wanted to compromise for anything at any cost. So I hope upcoming days in our developed India it happens. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you. Raise your voice against such conflicts.